Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast, proudly presented by Little Caesars. Code 1099 bundle, classic pepperoni or cheese pizza, crazy bread, and 2-liter soda for only $10.99. A very, very good deal. Code LCFREECC, free crazy combo with a pizza purchase. Now, joined by Mr. Jason Shear, just freshly out of bed. I am merely Mike Luke. Hello, Jason Shear.
Hello, Michael Luke. How are you?
I was going to say, Shear, what time did you get this morning?
I've been up.
Really?
Yeah, I have tweets to prove it. I've been up.
Okay. All right. Well, those could have just been scheduled as well. So,
That's a fair point.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We got a lot to get to this show because we are Arizona fans and we have a lot to get to on here. This was a very good weekend for Arizona athletics. A very good weekend. So, everybody, let's have fun in this chat. Okay. Now, we'll talk about Cam Williams, but there's nothing. It's Arizona and Duke, and, it's kind of what I got for you. We'll talk a little bit more about it, but
my cup keeps getting smaller. Do you like it?
Yeah, I know. I was going to say that. That one looks like something you got, like they drank in like Beauty and the Beast or something. So, all right, let's talk about Cam Holmes first, and then we'll get to some football. We'll get to some basketball. Well, obviously, that is basketball. Okay, so the first thing we got here is Cam Holmes is a Wildcat. This is the epitome of the type of kid that I talk about where if Tommy Lloyd prioritizes you, Tommy Lloyd is generally going to get you. I know that there were some people worried about Dayton. I was in the camp that if you go to Dayton, I didn't want you anyway type thing. So they getting Cam Holmes, though, is a big deal. He's a top, depending on where you look at it. He's a 5 or a 4-star kid, probably a 2-year dude. It's a good get, though, Skier.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound negative, but if Arizona doesn't land Cam Williams, would that be the first guy Tommy's prioritized from the beginning that he didn't land?
Yes, and I can go a step further than that. I can say if Arizona didn't land Cam Williams, it would be the first time since 1985 Arizona didn't get an in-state kid they prioritized.
Right, and we'll get to whether or not that's Arizona's fault. I don't think it is or anything like that. But
that's not Arizona's fault. It just is what it is.
Right. But when Tommy generally prioritizes a guy early in the cycle, they get him. I mean, they just do. And they knew they wanted Cam Williams. Remember, they offered Cam Williams. Remember when they offered Cam Williams? I think we texted a coach, Greg, are you sure? This is a year early. Like, are you sure you want to do this? This is big for you guys.
Right.
Like, that was before they were offering guys early at all. And so when they offered Cam Holmes that early, you knew that he was going to be a priority the whole time. So.
And what I like about him, too, is, and your board was asking about this, he brings a lot of position, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday. He brings a lot of position flexibility in this as well, and that he's 6'5", 6'6". He can handle the ball, can shoot a little bit, he can get in and out. I mean, he can do a lot of different things with the basketball, and I don't think there's any reason that he can't I don't think there's any reason. Well, we just got a big commitment there, AZ Wildcat fan. That's why we're leading with it. But so that's kind of where it's at with Cam Holmes. This was a big get. Also, again, it's just really, really good for the imagery that is Arizona because, again, like we talked about as well, Phoenix is loaded with high school talent. Every year there's going to be 2 or 3 kids that Arizona wants. You can see how Tommy Lloyd has done that, and this is just another feather in that cap.
And look, ASU's not out recruiting Arizona in basketball, but it is really funny when ASU hires his high school coach. And I remember when they did on the show, and we went right on the show, and we're like, it's going to have no impact whatsoever.
None whatsoever.
It didn't. Like, it's crazy how you could miscalculate things like that if you're Bobby Hurley, but.
Well, and on top of that, it's not going to matter for a kid like Aiden Diggs as well, who is he still a Millennium? He's still a Millennium, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's not going there either. I can just tell you that as well. Who knows where he goes, but he ain't going there either. So, that's ASU. That's ASU thinking for you. As far as Caleb Holt goes, yes, Arizona absolutely wants Caleb Holt. He is going to be a major, major money player. He's one of these ones as well. I'll believe it when I see it, but I guess stranger things have happened. Can you think of it? Has there been an elite level recruit that Tommy has gotten in on late that they've ended up getting?
No.
Yeah.
Not that I can think of.
Yeah.
And look, I know people are like with Holt's a little different, I think. I don't know if there was a late with Holt because these other schools are kind of late as well. His recruitment's a little different because it's still so wide open. It's not like Kamania where everyone's saying he's going to Duke and then they offer and they're like, oh, we think we can get him from Duke. Like, I don't think Holt has that.
I called that one. I said there was no chance you're getting Kamania. Go ahead.
I don't think it's like that. And everyone's asking, like, it really is like we're not BSing. It is Cam Holmes, Cam Williams, and Holt. Those are the three. And I'm sure there's dudes. I think Murph was in Europe for like 24 hours last week. Yeah. There's absolutely international guys that we don't know of that they know they can get.
And you also have to remember, too, there's going to be a lot of dudes that, it's funny. We're talking about the roster uncertainty. I think it's probably fair to say that you're going to get back Yvonne and you're going to get back Dwayne, most likely.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you would certainly think so. So that small forward spot, you got to feel like it's in pretty good hands. Ben's guy, CD Gay, he's another one. I think you saw a little bit of a glimpse of what he can do. You get him just, another year with Chris Rounds, I think you're looking at probably the starting center.
I mean, look, and if people don't like Criebus, that's cool, but I would still take him back for another year. And all of a sudden in your lineup, you have Yvonne, Aristode, CD, Criebus, right? Cam Holmes.
Right.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah,
you have some transfer portal. That's a pretty good nucleus.
Yeah, and Bryce James is redshirting. So I don't know why commentators don't get this. They were talking about it during the game. Well, when is Bryce James going to get in? To my knowledge, Bryce James is redshirting. So, yeah. I will leave it at that. All right, Miles Sadler is an interesting one here. Because he's a borderline 5-star kid. He's in the state as well. Arizona hasn't prioritized him really, but I'm also going to say that if he really showed interest in them, I have a hard time believing that Arizona wouldn't pursue that.
Sadler is one. I think the biggest issue is Tommy doesn't like small point guards.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't. So Sadler's a little smaller. I think Tommy probably needs to be convinced in him. It looks like he's going to drag it out. That maybe becomes an option, but the problem is they're not going to go after Sadler when Holt's still available. So they kind of still have to balance it.
Right. So we'll find out. We'll see. But
and I'll be honest, Mike, I'd rather him. Like, I like Sadler. I think he's good. I haven't seen him in a while. I think you need a veteran point guard to start out of the portal. I don't think you could go from Jaden Bradley to a freshman point guard. I think that's dangerous.
Right. Now, it is funny. Joseph does say the same guy who tried forcing Conrad down our throats doesn't like short point guards. That is kind of funny. But yeah, it is what it
Conrad's not on the roster anymore.
Well, I mean, but we were fed that Conrad was really, really good.
He is really good. Piece of crap. You see what he's done this season?
No, at High Point. I know it's amazing. It's the high point of the season.
I don't know what he did the second game. Hold on.
Yeah, I have no clue what he did either.
Oh, my God. He had 11 points and 7 assists in 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, all right. No, either way, I don't really care.
High Point's going to go undefeated, by the way.
What's that?
High Point's going to go undefeated. Arizona's going to play High Point in the first round.
I'm sure they will. All right, we're going to get back to college basketball as well because we have a lot to talk about, but we have to talk college football now. Wanted to be able to talk all about this. Okay, now, I said it on the post-game show. I tweeted it out. I know there's going to be some people that won't be happy with it. I don't care. Brent Brennan definitely has earned a third year here at the U of A. I don't know that you can really argue it. Now, is some of it maddening? I get all of that, but at the same time, Arizona is now 6-3 by and large, and it wasn't one of his best games, but Noah's playing well. The defense is playing well. Like I said before the season, you win 6 games and you entertain me, I'm going to say you deserve another season. Boom.
I think people have to differentiate between whether or not a guy adds another year or deserves another year to him being the guy.
Right. Please read Joseph's comment because that goes. You're going right to what Joseph's saying, and I'm not.
Mike, I'm happy the boys won, but you're moving on from last year's atrocities way too fast. See, here's the thing.
Right.
Brent Brennan hasn't won 6 games. They're making a bowl.
Right.
I would assume they're going to win one more. That's my guess. I could be wrong. I mean, come on. You don't have to think he's the guy, but you're not firing a coach for going 7-5 and making a bowl game at Arizona. Like, you're just not doing it. Again, you may not think he's the guy. He could lose next year, and then your point is proven.
Right.
But in this market, with everything going on and his salary, you are more likely to give him a raise than fire him. And I don't say a big extension. That's not what I'm saying. But he's the lowest paid power forward coach. They're probably gonna have to throw some money his way.
Yes, and so that's like I said. I'm not extending him. I'm not saying that. And the reason I'm not extending him is because of last year, Joseph. So that factors into it. But he has done, I think, more than enough this year. He has shown that he is, he has shown that he's willing to make changes. I mean, this staff that he has now is light years better than anything that we watched last year on both sides of the football. I mean, the team is clearly better. Now, there's some real frustrations in play here on some of the positions, but again, we're 6-3. Let's be happy here. And Kansas, you know what? I think Dennis Walsh brought this up in the remarks or in the comments. Kansas to me is a team like Kansas to me is kind of the equivalent of beating like Washington State or something back in the Pac-12. They're kind of on that level. They're kind of the 7-win team, not great, can hang with a lot of teams. It was a good win. It was a good win.
Arizona. You just described Arizona.
Right, exactly. It was a good win. Yeah.
Which is fine.
Now, AZ Wildcat fan, you're my guy. I'm going to disagree with you. Last year was an atrocity. That team should have been, no matter what the excuse is, that team should have been significantly better,
at least.
Significantly better than what it showed. So it was an atrocity. But this year, like I said, I think he's done a pretty good job. Now, and you still have some winnable games on the schedule, and you look at it as well. I mean, you could easily say that Arizona could have dropped some games, but you could also make the case that Arizona could be 8-1. I'm of the belief that generally you are what your record says it is. And if you are 8-1 or 6-3, you deserve to be 6-3 because yes, you could have beaten Houston and you could have beaten BYU, but at the same time, you also could easily lost to Kansas State and Kansas. I think that stuff evens out.
Yeah.
Right. So
look, it's again, you don't have to think Brennan is the guy.
Right.
Completely understand that perspective. That doesn't mean you have to take credit away from what he's done this year.
Right. I mean,
they're not one and the same.
Yeah, and I think let me just ask everybody in the chat this. If I told you before the season we would be 6-3 with 3 games remaining, and 3 of those games all of those spreads will be within a touchdown. Those are all going to be winnable games. They're all losable games, but they're all going to be winnable games. Everybody in this chat would have taken it. So I don't think we can't. I don't think that we can back away. At least that's what I think. I don't think that you can back away from what you say and then be like, oh well, I wanted this, and this as well. The guy deserved a second year. And Joseph, I think you would give him a third year as well. I'm sorry. I just think you would. Okay. Now, yes, BTA 2003 says all of us would have taken this at the beginning of the year. No doubt. No doubt. Boom. Okay. Isaiah Ramirez, my guy Isaiah Ramirez, back the Brennan. All right, let's get a couple reads in here, and then let's get to what we saw on the field. All right, Baggins, baby. Baggins. All right, now, Dennis Walsh is not in the chat. Okay, now, 12 Arizona locations, locally owned and operated. All food made in-house daily. Every sandwich comes with a chocolate chip cookie. Don't order the Dennis Walsh special unless you're Ben One White. And even then, probably wouldn't want that. Use code AZ. Use code AZ12 for 15% off. Join our VIP text club. Text Baggins to 877-797-0444 for specials and deals. All right, everybody, we've got a watch party at Copal this week or on Friday. Harry Lex, you should show up there. I'll return the water favor you bought me. Boom. That Copal. Speaking of which, AZ12 watch party Friday, November 14th. 7:45, Arizona versus UCLA. Bear down with great food. It's going to be a lot of fun. And hey, Joseph, you want to make up for all those real-time lies? Why don't you show up for 5 minutes to this, and then I will let all your lies go. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Show up there, 7:45. Great food, good drinks. It's going to be a lot of fun. Boom, check it out. All right, Foster Plumbing, baby. We met Danny Foster, and it was a pleasure to tell him about these reads and how much pride we take in these. Sheer, you were there. It's true.
Yeah, great beard, too, Danny Foster. Great beard. But he said to us, he goes, look, and we were nervous he was going to yell at us about the front pipe, but he said the front pipe is the strength of the ad read.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Joseph and Marcus, if you guys both show up, yes to both. Okay, but residential and commercial, licensed, bonded, and insured. Danny Foster's the man. Gas, water, sewer repairs, 24/7 service, 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast. Call 520-603-3817 to schedule service today. All right. Now, everybody, please screenshot Joseph's remark promising that he's going to be there with an exclamation point. We've seen this before, but now we will screenshot it. Okay, now, Arizona and Kansas. You know what I liked about this? Jesse Bridges, Danny can foster my plumbing at any time. Can't stop thinking about Danny Foster right now. Okay. All right. what I liked about this game is that Arizona, there's a lot of seasons that Arizona would have lost this game. A lot of seasons that Arizona would have lost this game. Arizona won this game. We make absolutely no apologies for anything that occurred here because Arizona's been on the wrong end of the stick. And I got to say, man, that last drive, that was real prove-it time for Arizona. You know, when you got the ball into the end zone, you know, Benwin White was talking about that the whole time. You know, you get the ball in the end zone, that's basically the goal of anytime you go into a situation like that. So, sure, you got to give the guys credit. And that last drive, they needed that, and they needed to hold on defense, and they did just that.
I will say this, too. Like, say what you want about Brent Brennan. I think the post-game videos, which you kind of make fun of, and I do, too, a little bit, and the fact they love the dude. The team likes him. They play hard for him. Like, he's unlocked, and that's not easy to do. I mean, look at Colorado. Like, they're not playing hard anymore, right? Right. Like, there's teams that stop playing hard for their coach. They play hard for him. That's a game and we say it a lot because it's Arizona football, and even Danny Gonzalez makes fun of it. But I'm sure everybody in this chat at some point turned to the person next to him and be like, "This is so Arizona."
Yeah,
right.
You did. Like, you texted me and you said, "There's no way we win this game."
Yeah, like we're not winning this game. This is and I even said beforehand, I was like, it would be so Arizona if they played great last week, won that game, and then just go out and lose to Kansas when they could, clinch a bowl. But they found a way to win. And I said this on Twitter, like, bad teams can't find ways to win. Good teams find ways to win even when they don't play well. And Arizona found a way to win, and it didn't play well. Like, let's not pretend they played well. They didn't. Right. And they still won the game.
And, Marcus, if you do show up, I will put in a good word for you in front of you. Okay, but Arizona found that way to win. Now, there is one thing that I have to complain about here. And at this point, it is absurd. It's one thing. And you agree with the drop passes, man. Come on, what are we doing here? There are so many dropped passes from this team. Hold on. Can you turn my mic up then, Cody? Or damn it. All right. Well, either way, or Cody, do something with it.
You sound fine to me, Mike.
Okay, nobody else complaining. So
it is a little lower.
All right. Well, should I talk lower or higher? Is this better?
I mean, it's not like bad.
All right. Well, either way. All right. We'll get it. Okay. So, all right. Here's all I'm going to say though about this. The drop passes are insanely annoying. And they're happening from the guys that are the veterans of the team. Your guy Watley drops three passes a game. Chris Hudson keeps dropping passes. To give you the idea of how many drop passes there are, we have a group chat going, which, Are you
gonna make fun of me right now?
Hey, Cams and videos, DM me though. I would like some advice on something. Thank you. But if you could DM me, that'd be great. But here's what I'm going to say though about this. I messaged Sheer and I said, "Oh my gosh, another Watley drop pass," and then he goes, "Wait a second." He's like, "He just caught a 7-yard pass. What are you talking about?" He literally missed, a 12-yard pass for a first down where he just falls down, drops the pass, and it's like it just happens every single – and the problem, though, too, is it happens at the most inopportune times.
Yeah, they got an issue. There's an issue. I don't know what the issue is. Like, I don't know how to fix it. I know that sounds silly. Maybe they're just not good enough. I don't know. But that's the thing, too. It's like the easier passes are the ones they're dropping, and the difficult ones are the ones they're catching. It's weird.
Well, and the thing is, too, and they're also getting lucky, too. The Chris Hudson drop, that should have been an interception going the other way.
He was dropping balls. You remember I mentioned he was dropping balls in camp. Like, that is an issue for him.
Yeah, and I don't understand why this is so, because these are older guys too that we're talking about. These aren't I'm kind of at the point with some of these guys where play the Richardsons, play the Spiveys, play the Mizels, and again, I get it, the coaches know a lot more than that, but at the same time though, it just happens way too much in my opinion, way too much.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, all right. Well, thanks. I appreciate you not disagreeing with me. All right, now the other thing too that I was happy that Arizona was going to. I don't know why Wysong doesn't get more reps. I can't. Answer.
You only got. I'm secretly doing my PFF right now because I forgot to post it. He only got 18 reps.
Yeah, I don't get that one at all. It makes no sense to me. Can you explain to me real quick why Watley can't come off the field?
He got 36 reps.
Who got the most reps?
Hudson and Spivey played 62.
All right. Well, all right. I guess I thought it was more than that. Now, Utah Ski Cat. Why didn't Kansas go for it on fourth and run out the rest of the game? The coaches that don't do that that's some of the lamest.
So his excuse reason was the refs pulled Jalen Daniels for concussion protocol or some type of injury. So he would have had to do it with his backup quarterback. My mind, I'm like, who cares? You only needed half a yard.
Yeah, play to win, man.
And if you get it, you win the game. Game's over.
I don't get that, and I never will understand why coaches don't go for it there. Then you punt the ball into the end zone.
Then again, but do you want Arizona going for it if Braden Locke was the quarterback in that situation?
If I'm handing the ball off, yes.
I guess, yeah.
It's 4th and a half a yard, dude. I don't care who the quarterback is if I can't get a 4th and a half a yard. So, but again, I don't understand why coaches do that, and then they punt it into the end zone, and it goes backwards from there. It was 4th and 2. I'm still going for it. Sorry. Okay. Now, but again, that's also why I'm here, and I'm not a multi-million-dollar coach.
You should be to me. You're my multi-million-dollar coach, Mike.
Who is? Yeah, I know. Duh. Okay, now I want to say this. Let's see here. All right, Pehoff, the great Pehoff says, was nice being on the right side of a coach playing like a soft weenie. I mean, I thought I was really surprised there that Leopold didn't go for it, Sheer.
I think he second-guessed himself with all the stuff. Jalen Daniels was out, but their backup is a runner. Like, just go in and run the option.
Yeah. But don't worry, we're going to make fun of Jedd here in a little bit because this was a glorious weekend for us.
What a great weekend it was for Arizona.
It really was a glorious weekend. Now, as far as the defense goes, defense buckled up there, man. This was more like it. And I'm going to say this, and I know there's some people that beat up every time I tweet out about how good of a defensive coordinator Danny Gonzalez is. Somebody will say, oh, you didn't see the yards per. I'm going to say this, and Tyler Warden said this as well. For what this talent is, or on the defense, and again, there are some talented players. I'm not saying there's not. Danny Gonzalez has gotten the most out of this defense. I don't care what anybody says. I look at the numbers, look at the stats, whatever. Danny Gonzalez has gotten the most out of it because, again, Sheer, and I'm going to keep asking you this. Yes, and no, I would be stunned if Noah isn't back, El Boom. I'm going to keep asking you this. What MNFL players are on this defense?
Genesis. That's it.
Maybe Stooks, but we're talking a nickelback at that point. I mean, I actually kind of think Stooks might slither onto an NFL roster.
Here's the thing. Arizona just allowed 3.5 points to a team.
Yeah. Let's give the guy some credit here. And against BYU, it was maddening, but at the same time, that's what BYU does. And that huge, that was a Ben 1Y song. The great Ben 1Y song said, how freaking awesome was that PBU by Stooks at the end of the game? There are some guys that just understand football. He's one of those guys that just understands football. I mean, I remember
there's two plays that stick out on defense. The Stooks play, and then the play that's not getting talked about enough is the Aiden Garn shoestring tackle on Henderson.
Right.
Those plays you can make an argument with or two of the most, if not the two most important plays.
Right. Yes. Okay.
I love Stooks, man. I'm gonna miss him.
Stooks is the man. Big 12 Bobby in here. Happy Monday. I need to get used to time change to get here for the start. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm still getting used to the time change.
Same. I'm up earlier now.
Oh, yeah. You're up early. You're up at 9:48 instead of 9:49. Yeah, but I think Stooks can play in the NFL if it works out. Now, there's a couple young players here that I want to talk about as well. Myron Robinson, and you've been talking about him.
That's my guy.
He's coming, and he's going to be here sooner than later.
That's my guy.
Right. I mean, that's
good, man.
Yeah,
he's good, and he showed he's a thing.
Right.
He got, and I think other teams are probably going to see that too. They may have to pay him a little bit.
Right.
But I'm cool with that because I think he's worth paying.
Ben One White was talking about just what a unit he is out there on the field. And, you can just imagine from an outsider perspective all the things that you can do with that man, with the way that he plays and everything. I mean, he is a really, really good football player. And wasn't he a borderline 4-star kid?
Yeah, he was a 4-star kid. There's no borderline.
All right, well, yeah, and then the other one, and then they lost, because I always get him and the guy that they lost to Texas Tech mixed up. Was that Sean Robinson?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. So, yeah, I don't really know. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, but now let's look ahead then a little bit. Let's get a couple reads in here, but first, got to get a couple reads in. Well, first. All right, RJ's Frozen Cactus. We're working on getting something going on there as well. RJ's Frozen Cactus. Now, everybody out there. Oh, by the way, did I tell you that there was pilot on pilot violence in the post-game chat, Sheer?
No, what happened?
All right, well, Dennis Walsh is putting out some information here that I don't know is necessarily true about Jets, but Dennis Walsh is a pilot, and then Harry Lex was saying that he was full of bunk, and he said that a plane can reverse, and Harry Lex is also a pilot as well. So then they started going back and forth on a bunch of stuff I couldn't understand or ascertain. But either way, let's say that the jet can't be backed up there. You can still park it in the parking lot because that's how big it is. Huge parking lot. Now, 100-plus craft beers, $2 deals, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. Yes. Now, here's the other deal. No bad seats in the house. So, Sheer, you've been there before. You were starching yourself one time. It was really good.
Yeah.
Let's
give me all the starch on the menu.
Yeah, and you can get some beer in there as well. Again, it's a lot of fun. Go in there. It is a great place to watch a game. Working on one, hoping to get one here shortly. Red Hot Sports and ice cold beer. Nice try, OC Bodybuilders. Nice try. Hey. All right, I guess no song. All right, Kobe L. Thiel. Kobe L. Thiel was in Los Angeles for the Chargers-Steelers game. By the way, why in the world do they keep? Why did the Steelers keep bringing in 49-year-old quarterbacks that all suck? But that game was awful. Kobe L. Thiel was there though, and he's probably thinking to himself, "Man, the air conditioning in this stadium is better than anything that I've ever encountered in my life." Duh. Comfort X HVAC says, come to us, Kobe L. Thiel. We will help you. 10% off is back. Mention AZ12 when booking. Get entered in a Christmas raffle for a $100 gift card. And service, maintenance, emergency repairs, installation, everything. You name it, they've got it. Boom. Check it out. Comfort X HVAC. They do very, very good work. Yeah, that game last night was super cold soup. All right, now, the championship package. Mike Luke. All right, first of all, I have it on very good authority. This is not Land's sister, but we will treat this woman with the utmost respect on this show. I'm going to say this. Yes, everybody on here, no crude comments, nothing.
Yeah, you disgusting animals.
Yeah, you animals. All right, yeah, filthy animals. All right, but I am now, I had a little bit of, there's been a little bit of a misconception. I am having the championship package, not the insertion. I'm having the extraction today because they got to take the tooth out, and then they got to let the... Yeah, and then they gotta let the bone grow in and everything, or something like I don't know.
Are you gonna keep it?
I mean, I don't know, probably. I don't know, maybe. I kept my tonsils. So yeah, but Lan Allen, I am on to you, Lan Allen. But either way, here's the deal though. So we won't be live streaming the taking out of it because I'm just gonna be crying like a little girl, and nobody wants to. Well, maybe you do want to see that.
I do. I would absolutely.
Yeah, I don't want to do any of that. But when the championship package is inserted, that is when we will be doing it. 1997, everybody. I'm getting the extraction and implant today. Holy moly, very cool. I didn't know that. Oh, all right, I'll take it. Yeah, back the implant, baby.
Lan Allen's like, no, you idiot.
Yeah, no, that's why Land's the man, dude. That's why we call him Land the man. I am very
prepared for his appointment today.
Oh no, I didn't know. I thought, well, either way, I'm ready for it. Yeah, 2-1, baby.
Should we auction off the tooth?
Auction off the tooth? Sure.
Is it a normal tooth or is it like a crown?
Let's see here.
That you have now.
I don't know, Land. Can you? Land. Can you answer these questions? You know a lot more than me.
No, Mike. The tooth they're taking out right now. Is it a normal tooth?
No. It's not a normal tooth.
Okay,
I don't think so. Anyways. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. Hey, Cody, can you put my email on there for cams and videos?
Ben just texted me. He was worried about the bone growing too.
Yeah, I know. But either way, I'm very excited about this though. So we will try to get this going in there as well. I'm very excited. Do you give me permission? Absolutely, Lan. Duh. Lan the man. You have permission. Yes.
He needs permission so you don't sue him.
Yeah, Land's the man. Land the freaking man with the master plan. Yeah. Okay. Now, 1997. Plus, my mom loves The Office on the East Side. Check it out. There you go. Cams and videos. Yes. Okay. Now, pretty sure the guy that blocks everyone will buy it. I don't know his real name. Yes.
Failed root canal. Right. How do you have a failed root canal?
Yeah. Man. Well, fractured
root canal.
You know what's crazy too is I've had this thing for like 30 years or something. It's Land. We like Land.
Man.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now let's look ahead a little bit here. Not too far ahead, but I'm excited here. Yeah, championship package, baby. Okay. So, all right. Now, Arizona, moving forward. You got 3 very, very winnable games here. I still think Cincinnati stinks. I didn't. I texted you during the. Nebraska game, and I said I don't think this team's very good. I know they're ranked like 21 or something.
Pretty sure it was the opposite. You texted me and said Cincinnati's awesome.
I don't think I did, but
I said Cincinnati wasn't that good, and you said Nebraska's just that good.
Yeah, well, Nebraska is.
By the way, Mike turning his back on Raiola like that this weekend. Like
Did you see what? Hey, on this, real quick, did you see? Hey, look at Latif's numbers on the season. He's 29 of 34.
Like that. You're like, oh, Raiola, and then I text you every Saturday. Me, you, and Nick text, and I say Raiola sucks, and then all of a sudden Mike goes, oh, Raiola sucks. Latif for life. Latif for life. I never
said that. Brad the Bully Hudson, we'll be doing a post-game show, but there won't be a morning show because I'm going to nurse my humble wounds. Humble wounds? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. All right, but either way, they can win all those games. Now, I think that you like you're a lot bigger on Baylor than I am. I'm
picking Arizona to beat. I'll tell you all my picks the rest of the year if you want.
Are you back in the A? Are you back?
I think Arizona loses this weekend, beats Baylor, and beats ASU.
You think Arizona's winning out?
I think Arizona loses this weekend, beats Baylor, and then beats ASU.
Oh, I would take that in a heartbeat. I would absolutely. Honestly, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. If Arizona goes 1-2 the rest of the season, but they beat ASU, this season has been a resounding success, Sheer. Would you agree with this?
Those are my picks, baby.
Yeah, I like that. I like that pick a lot. Okay. Yes. Okay. So that's funny, Jesse. All right. So Cincinnati, do you worry about the start time?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but they actually played. The only reason, though, that I'm a little bit more optimistic is that they played pretty well against Houston with that 10 a.m. start time, and they started out good.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I just Cincinnati, like I tweeted this a second ago on Sagarin. Cincinnati and Arizona are pretty even on a neutral field. The computers only say that Cincinnati's 1 point better on a neutral field.
Yeah, I mean,
is it like Cincinnati's homecoming or any crap like that?
Yeah, none of that crap matters, man.
Let me see. Yeah, it's winnable. Like they're not like they got to stop the run. I think that's the thing. Like they got to absolutely contain the run game. But it's a winnable. Like Cincinnati's good. They're not. When you look at their schedule in their wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna look at their schedule. Okay, they lost to Nebraska. They beat Bowling Green. They beat They played Blake Gotcher's old team, Northwestern State. Do you know the score of that game? 70-0, Michael.
Is that it?
That was the team.
Right.
Which, they beat Kansas by 3. Right. So did Arizona. They beat Iowa State. That was a good weekend. They beat them by 8. They beat UCF by 9. They blew out Oklahoma State like everyone. They blew out Baylor. They got annihilated by Utah.
I got a question here.
By the way, it's military appreciation blackout.
By the way, Luda's my daddy. Yes. Did U of A recruit Keona Davis? He was a beast for his UCLA.
Yes, yeah, they actually did recruit him.
Yeah, Keona was a monster in that game, though. I think he had like 8 tackles, sack and a half, tackle for loss. Yeah, he's really, really good.
I know Cincinnati hasn't lost at home, but who they played at home?
Did they lose at home to Nebraska?
I think it's considered neutral because it wasn't at Cincinnati.
Yeah, I think they're going to win.
Their home because they beat Iowa State at home. That's in Baylor.
Okay, I'm picking. I'm going to back the A in that game. I'm backing the A from here on out. I don't care what anybody says. The
Sorsby's awesome. Sorsby's an issue, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then Walker, their running back, is legit. Their run game is very legit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
They're good.
Yeah,
They're
I'm backing the A.
Why not Arizona?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say. Now, so then you got Baylor. I'm picking Arizona against Baylor. Oh, wait a sec. Oh crap, we got bad news on this one. Sheer.
What?
Is this a land acknowledgement game?
No. It's military appreciation.
All right, Harry Lex, you scared the crap out of me right there. You just said that
they definitely don't acknowledge any land in Cincinnati.
Yeah. All right, I was going to say, you know what's amazing? I think, and I could be wrong about this, it seems like almost every single city in the United States almost is named after a Native American. I'm assuming Cincinnati is Native American tribe or something.
Let me Google it.
Yeah. I think
what is Cincinnati named after?
Yeah, I'm sure it's a Native American tribe. Almost everything in Nebraska is. I know that.
No, you're wrong.
What is it named after?
Cincinnati is named after the Roman hero Lucius Quintitius Cincinnatus.
That would have been my second guess.
Yes, he's a Roman citizen, soldier, and statesman who was called from his farm to lead a Roman army to victory.
That would have been my second guess. Yes. All right.
Ben told me he loves Lucius Quintius.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's almost if the natives were here first. So yeah, I agree with you. Yes, it is, seriously. Cincinnati, definitely the best city.
I'm going to be in L.A. Tyler Warden, if
you're going to be in there.
On,
you're going to be in there. You're going to be in there with Ben One White.
Is he going? I don't believe he's going because as of last week, he hadn't even gotten a credential.
Message Ben One White and ask him, say, did you get a credential, Ben One White? And then you should just stay with Ben One White.
No, absolutely. The whole family's going.
Oh, yikes. You want a little private
I don't want
time.
my wife and kids around Ben.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, message Ben and ask if you got
We're staying in Inglewood.
Inglewood, always up to no good. Okay, now, all right, so there's that. And then
I'm thinking of going to USC versus Iowa football.
Oh, yeah.
Iowa in person, baby.
Oh, yeah. Iowa in person. Who doesn't want to see that one? Okay. All right. So if Arizona, then you go 7 and let's just say you go 7-5. All of a sudden, though, I think you look at it, and Arizona's got a real. These games are all very, very winnable here, and I think that's the part that's exciting about this.
I mean, I think the smallest spread from here on out, the biggest spread will be this weekend.
Cincinnati, Ben just said he's good. Ben's good to go.
Dude, live. That means you're going to have Ben live from the show on Saturday.
Yeah, Ben live White.
Yeah. Has Shelby ever met Ben? Years ago, maybe, right?
Shelby has had to have met Ben.
The girls haven't. I won't let the girls around Ben.
No, I wouldn't let Ben. Right. Well, it's not like he's a threat or anything. So
that's honestly, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's good. Chess, not checkers from Ben.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, go ahead.
The spread ballooned to 6.5. That'll be the biggest spread. I think Baylor, Arizona will be favored by a point. And I think ASU will be what, like 3, 4?
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Now we need to talk. Let's talk a little bit about the O-line. This is one of those things that we talked about it on the post-game show as well. You don't know what you have until it's gone. Ty Buchanan, please come back. We need you. I want you back. I miss you, even if we didn't fully acknowledge or give you tackle acknowledgement appreciation. Yeah, there's
the whole unit. It's very hard to lose an offensive lineman in the middle of the game and adjust to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I think if they had a week of Lotto in there, like knowing he's going to play, I think they'd be fine. But we might find out. Buchanan.
No, you don't. You've told me for 2 years you think Lotto sucks. You've literally told me.
I think Buchanan's way better than Lotto. I'm just saying I think it's easier to go and instead of replacing in the middle of the game, to practice with it all week. I don't know Buchanan's status. The one I'm actually more worried about is Tia Savea. He got rolled up on, and that's the one where if they lose him, I don't even know who's third. That's Sean McKnight, Palu, and
like the New Zealander.
Yeah, maybe Zach Sulepa gets some more.
Yeah. Now, Big 12 Bobby, this is a good question. Is Ben one more of a power forward or small forward? I think power forward.
Power, because he likes how they bang down low, and they're generally more girthy.
Yeah, they're generally stronger, and they got a little bit more leverage to them as well. So I think that's I would say probably. Well, we'll ask, though. That's a good question, Big 12.
It is a good question. We were discussing that the other day.
By the way, Pehoff, we need flow more than ever. Right?
By the way, we looked this up. He has 7 tackles on the year.
Yeah.
And he's played like 8 snaps in the last month.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So clearly it was all 5 of the other coaching staff's issues, not just in flow. Interesting.
No.
That's such a bad L for Joseph. I mean, that really is. He can't play at UNLV, so it is what it is. All right, the offensive line, though, you need to get him back
sorry. I was just thinking Joseph's about to take a big L here in about an hour.
What? Oh, Quincy Craig.
Yeah, big L.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, big L. Yeah, Joseph L. Delgado.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, but that was worrisome. That was worrisome though. What Kansas' defensive line did to Arizona.
Yeah, they. I mean, there's no. They kicked their butt. I mean, they really did. They manhandled them. Noah was running for. I gotta say this for a guy that's like 5'7".
Oh, dude, he's a tough little guy.
He's a tough man, dude.
Yeah,
because Noah got his butt kicked that game, took like 3 blindside hits. There was one I remember being like, oh no, and he got hit on the back and he just got laid out and he got right back up. he is a tough dude, but they got.
Well, that was the one I thought he was concussed.
Yeah, that was the one where he got hit from behind. It was like he got laid out.
Also, we need to be very clear about something. When people are like, why don't they run Noah more? No.
You mean David Kelly, but he's calling out for RPO?
Well, first of all, you got David Kelly really good. David Kelly, real quick. David Kelly put out, because he's clearly getting a lot of pushback, said that anybody that says he hates Noah is dumb. Dude, you can literally look at your actions for the last 3 years. You said that you kept asking Jedd every single press conference or in talking in the shows, when will JDL come back into the game as Arizona's on a 5-game winning streak. Then this past offseason, and you were there. I gladly don't go to the practices because I don't think you learn anything really. But tell me if I'm wrong, but pretty much everybody was in amazement that he kept saying that the defense won every single practice, including some of the coaches.
Yeah, didn't happen.
Yeah. And
nothing I say is a lie. Like the coaching staff doesn't like him. The media thinks he's a joke because he just makes stuff up.
And then you had the Braden Lockie situation too, where we've watched Braden Lockie, and you don't want Braden Lockie out on the field.
Right.
Yes, exactly. So, but man, Noah, that's tough though. I mean, I was really worried about him. And again, like you said, he's like 5'7", like 160. He's a wee bit of a man, but man, he's good.
He's a wee bit of a man.
Yeah, but no, he's fantastic. And he was, you know what's weird? I know that he didn't have his best game, and he had some passes that probably should have been picked off, but I will say this. He also in that first half was throwing some dimes though.
Yeah.
I mean, he really was. He is a he's really, really good. So I'm happy to claim victory with Mr. Noah Fifita. Is it true that Daly is only 5'4"? You mean Dilly? No, Dilly. I've stood next to Dilly. Dilly's probably like 5'10", 5'11". I mean, he's not tall, but he's definitely not 5'4". He's definitely not Mick Cronin. I'll put it to you like that.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Accurate. Okay. Yeah, I think that's accurate. Now, Genesis Smith. Really bad first half, much, much better second half. We need to talk about Genesis here because we don't want the exodus of Genesis without a little bit of a, we want him to be strong. But Sheer, tell me a little bit what you saw.
He made the play later in the game. Oh man,
bless you.
Where he actually made the tackle, which was Brian Dabble just got fired. Where he made the tackle on the big screen pass, which was awesome. But then he had the play on the touchdown where he went like that.
Right.
Like it's got like I don't think it's him. I think it's the people around him are kind of saying, hey, make business decisions. But his best business decision is making the right play. And
his best business decision is to do exactly what you were doing to put yourself in that position to make the business decision. I kind of like chalk it up to like a athlete or something that doesn't do you do all, or a football coach, for example. You're doing everything. You're just running the ball right at him, and then you decide, hey, guess what? We're not going to do this anymore because I'm getting bored. Let's start throwing the ball. Don't be like me.
Right.
You know what's funny about Brian Dable just got fired? I actually think he did a pretty darn good job.
I don't think he's that bad of a coach.
I really don't.
Maybe don't sign guys like Russell Wilson and expect.
Well, I mean, but that's not on him.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he's a bad coach. Maybe as a franchise.
Right. Yeah.
Don't sign guys like,
Yeah, I get it. Okay. Now, can we make fun of Jedd here for a few minutes here? Let's get a couple.
No, I think we're beyond that. And of course we can make fun.
Yeah. Let's make fun of let's get a couple reads in here, but I really want to make fun of
I'm trying to come up with scenarios where Arizona can make the Big 12 title game.
Are they few and far between?
I literally have this thing where you can mess around. I've yet to find a scenario.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Now, all right. Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to talk about something better. The Tucson Family Food Project, TucsonFamilyFoodProject.org. Currently, 255 meal kits. 2026 goal, 1,000 meal kits per week. Donations made with AZ12 comments will be matched. Cumulative up to $10,000. Direct aid plus life skills development, nutrition. You name it, they've got it. Check it. Well, no, it doesn't make any sense. They want you to give them so that they can have everything. Well, that works either. But either way, Tucson Family Food Project. Look at this fajita. You could help out and make even better fajita. Boom. All right, 88 crime. Now, if you see a jet that's probably wandering around doing some bad stuff, probably parking in the wrong area, double parking. Can a jet double park?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it's true. Okay, but either way, if you see somebody going around that's raiding Sephora stores or something, and you're like, man, I don't really want to have to deal with that person because he's crazy, but I know who he is. I call 88 crime and say, listen, this is where this guy is. This is what he's doing. 882-7463. 88 crime has solved thousands of cases. Pima County Attorney's Office. Check it out. Again, don't get your hands dirty. Don't get down in the mud with some of these sharks. Go let somebody else do it. Yeah. Andre Veras. Shear, you go.
Won't do it. Won't do it.
Great guy. Runs a great business. Will strongly recommend him. If you're talking through your old 401k, you're looking for a new retirement plan, give Andre a call at 520-325-3456. Great dude. Awesome guy. Won't endorse him. Under no circumstances will we endorse Andre Veras. Shear, you agree? It's not happening.
Definitely not.
Not happening.
Great guy. I would trust him with my kids. I would trust him with my money. I'm not endorsing him, though.
Wouldn't trust him with an endorsement, though, but we would highly recommend him. And if you are dealing with a lot of high-end clients and you don't really know what to do with all of them because you don't really have high-end clients, go to Longview, and maybe they could help you out in your pursuit of high-end clients. Okay.
I found it, Mike. I found the policy.
Okay, what do you got?
Not the policy. Are we done with that? Sorry.
Yeah.
Are we?
Mm-hmm. Cody, lock in.
All right, here we go. This is all we need.
Tweet this out so I can have fun with this.
I did. This is what you're rooting for this week. ASU can beat West Virginia. We need Baylor to beat Utah.
Mm-hmm.
TCU to beat BYU. Arizona's winning out in this scenario. Kansas State, Texas Tech. It's doable.
Kansas State needs to beat Texas Tech.
Kansas State needs to beat Oklahoma State. Texas Tech could beat UCF. We're good.
And then we basically have 2 more weeks of the same.
Then the week after, this isn't that crazy. Okay. Arizona beats Baylor. So Arizona's got to win out. UCF has to beat Oklahoma State. That's easy.
Right.
Cincinnati can beat BYU. BYU's got to lose out. But that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Right? ASU can win. Houston can beat TCU. Iowa State beats Kansas. Utah beats Kansas State. This is all possible.
Yeah, it's not only possible. Arizona Joe, I disagree with you to a certain extent. Veteran point guard, Lute's recipe for success, national championship, freshman, my friend, freshman. Jason Gardner, freshman and sophomore national title game, my friend. There. Yeah, that's a tough scenario to root for, though.
No. And then you want ASU to win the next 2 weeks, and then Arizona beats ASU. Really, the only way.
It's BYU. Really Grant.
BYU pretty much has to lose out.
That's not happening. Grant, I'm kind of with you. Although we have a very interesting game this week. I'll tell you what, let's do power rankings on Wednesday because I got to get you ready for.
We also are not missing the obvious thing that I was just texted.
What's that?
Jedd Fisch to the New York Giants.
I mean, I'm sure his agent's going to put that out there as if it's a finality or if it's a formality. Yeah. All right, so let's make fun of Jedd for a second. All I'm going to say is this. Okay, has this question been posed before? Would you take Jedd back? No, Lute is my daddy, under no circumstances.
Well, I definitely wouldn't because I burned every bridge that exists there.
Well, I think I did too. I mean, they put me in there. Yeah, so
that's what I'm saying.
I'm going to say, and here's why. I don't care if a coach leaves, and we've said this a million times. I don't care if a coach leaves. I care if they basically try to destroy the program on their way out, and that's exactly what Jedd did. Jedd was lying about the administration. He was trying to do everything that he could to basically destroy the program. No thanks. Okay, so Jedd lost to Wisconsin. I'm going to say this. Shear, this is the first time en masse that I do believe that the majority of Washington fans are out on him. And you look at a lot of the tweets, and it's like, dude, every single week we have to hear about a new job that he's being linked to. He won't commit to anything. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's because he won't come out. And as Arizona fans, we know this too well. And he actually said he learned his lesson at Arizona, and his lesson apparently was don't lie.
Right. Yeah, I learned my lesson, don't lie.
But, yeah, I mean, overall, because he won't deny it, fans are going to think that he is concentrating on other jobs. They're probably not inaccurate there. And until he comes out and says, I'm the coach of Washington, which he's not going to do, because he wants to make sure that he is the coach of Washington. So what Washington fans have to realize is he's not going to come out and say that because he still wants to be elsewhere.
Right. He wants to be elsewhere. I mean, his actions, you can just tell. I'm just saying this. We will wait because we are humble victors.
It's not a guarantee he's leaving. He just wants to.
He wants to get out of there. And honestly, I think the fan base is just kind of already done with it. And one guy made a really good point, too. He said, I don't care in this day and age where they're like, oh, he's building something, he's this and that. He's like, Kalen DeBoer came in here and literally never lost a game, and we're in like the national championship game. He said, this guy just lost to Wisconsin, who hasn't won a Big 12 or Big 10 game in like a year and a half. And you lost in a game where the punter threw for more yards than the quarterback did. That was cold soup at its finest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a bad loss. I remember I follow Wisconsin football. That's a bad loss.
Yeah. So no, it's bad. And Colorado got destroyed as well. But I've already moved on from that one though. With Colorado, it's like, all right, we already won. Yeah, we already won that one.
It's like kicking the dead body.
Yeah. I would never do that. Okay. So this is the worst loss of the Fisch era. They said on Locked On Huskies. Yeah, I agree with that.
Well, of course it is.
Yeah, I don't even think it's close.
And honestly, I hate to see it. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say
these are just kids.
You're a party of one. Yeah,
these
okay.
are just kids.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, let's get back. Now, let's talk some Arizona basketball. So, all right, Sheer. I was looking at some stuff here, and I think I'm stealing it from Fry Rice or Salim's headband. I don't know who I'm stealing it from, but it was one of those guys.
Someone smarter than us.
Somebody definitely smarter than me. Yeah. So. There are the people out there that don't like Criebus, and we're only going to talk about Criebus for a minute or two here because we got a lot of good stuff. If you look at their numbers when he is on the basketball court, they are much better defensively when he's on the court. And here's where it is. I don't think that listen, I think two things can be true. I think Tommy probably oversold Criebus a little bit. I think that's probably fair to say. But at the same time, though, you can also look at him and be like, man, I mean, he's got a useful part. The problem, though, that Criebus, I think that enrages so many fans is what Criebus struggles at is the most obvious part in the basketball game. It's bringing the ball down. It's shooting little flip shots that basically have a 50. If you're 7'3" and you're shooting from 3 feet out, it shouldn't be a 50% proposition if that ball goes in or not. Those are the things but defensively, though, the team's better with him in there, period.
The team is better with him defensively. I mean, I could give you 100 statistics or just steal them from our guy. It is night and day with the defense when he's in the game. And I think that, I know this sounds stupid to some people, what he does with his screening ability changes the offense. Like in Florida, there's a reason why everyone was killing him, but the plus minus and all that. And it's not a great stat. I get it. But eventually when it builds, Mike,
and
it becomes like where one guy's plus 64 and the other guy's minus 8.
Right.
There's clearly something going on.
Something going on that's actually working well. All right. Now, we're going to do this week, and then we're going to move on from this, but I feel that we have to do a public service announcement. Arizona did not choose Criebus over Henry, period. They wanted Henry back. Henry was told two things, that he would go play power forward at North Carolina, that they don't have it at center position. It's just two power forwards, and he's getting well into the $2 million. Arizona wasn't going for either one of them, so I don't know what people want.
Yeah, there is no one that knows what Henry could do more than the Arizona coaching staff.
They were the one that stuck by him.
They're the ones that recruited him. They're the ones that helped develop him. They're the ones that stood by him. He wasn't always the most confident guy. They helped his confidence. They helped him get that $2.5 million payday. They know what Henry is capable of. Yes. So the idea that they ran him off is stupid. It goes back to what we said. They wanted Henry to stay, but they weren't paying $2.5 million for it. Tommy has been very clear where the money is. They're not spending $2.5 million for anyone.
And I'm going to go a step further on this one. If you really, basically, this would have come down to, if you want to be technical about it, this came down to Criebus, or this came down to Henry or Koa. If you want to, if you prefer Henry over Koa, then I don't know what to tell you.
Cool.
Yeah, cool, man. Have fun with that. I'll take Koa every single day of the week on that. Okay, when does the AP poll drop?
The coaches poll just dropped.
Where's Arizona?
6.
All right,
That's
I think
fine.
that's about right.
Purdue, Houston, UConn, Duke, Michigan.
I think that's about right.
I don't get Michigan, but whatever.
I don't get really Michigan either. Yes, Big 12 Bobby says I prefer people to want to be here. I would agree with you on that, Big 12 Bobby. Okay, so the when I look at this Arizona team, like I said, I don't see a team in the country that I think is clearly better than Arizona. I am interested though. The game that I think is going to be the most interesting one on Arizona's schedule all season, honestly, is that UConn game. I think that's probably the best team you're going to go against, and you are going to be playing them in stores. That is I
will say this. I don't disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
But I think all of a sudden that Alabama game is really intriguing.
Oh,
I don't think we thought Arizona would go into Birmingham.
No, I think Alabama can absolutely win that. I just think what I'm just saying is I think that UConn is the best team on the schedule.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so absolutely. Oh man, Twin Mama's going to be at that one. As long as you're not real timing me swimming matches or something from UConn, then I will gladly take these real times. Twin Mama, I'm just kidding. We love Twin Mama. But I think that's the biggest game on their schedule. I'm very curious. I was arguing with a couple people about this, and they said that Arizona would lose 9 out of 10 times to UConn. I do not believe that to be true. I don't believe that Arizona would lose 9 out of 10 times to anyone. All right, now you got NAU coming up tomorrow. I think Arizona should obviously beat the snot out NAU, and then you've got UCLA. Then later in the week, I think if Arizona beats NAU and beats UCLA, then. I mean, I think at that point, you probably got the best resume in the country, no?
Yeah, I mean, I'd assume.
You would have beaten Florida on a neutral court. You would have beaten UCLA basically at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think Kentucky at that point, what are we talking about? By this weekend? Yeah, Kentucky only has Louisville. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good games this Mike. I think Houston plays Auburn on Sunday, but they haven't played anyone else. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Illinois has Texas Tech tomorrow, Mike.
Oh, trust me, I'm locked in on that one. That's a 7:00. What time is that game?
I don't know.
All right. Now, Nate says, why is it the hardest match of physicality? I don't get it. It's the best coach in the country that gets the absolute most out of his players. It's a team that has more talent.
What's that? Really good. That's it. Like they're good at every position.
They don't have a weakness, and their coach is awesome.
They're the best coach in the country. They're huge. Like they're a big team. They're good.
Right.
Their offense is all like they're just good.
They
play BYU that Saturday before Arizona. By the way,
that's it. That's an interesting game. I actually think it's a bad matchup for BYU. As much as I like my BYU team.
I'm trying to think if anyone's had a harder first 2 games. Gonzaga has Oklahoma, Creighton, and ASU.
Oh, that's tough. I got to give ASU one thing. That foreigner they have, that guy's really good.
Yeah, I agree with Sam Vicente said something too. He's like, look, the guy looks awesome, but he's also playing against
I get it.
So we'll know more. I think we'll know more on Friday.
Understood. I'm just saying you can also just kind of tell the way he does. You can tell.
He's very fluid.
Yes, and that I wish that yeah. So, anyways, UConn's the one that I look at. And I'm like, man, that's going to be I think a real measuring stick. No Ben one. Now with Alabama though, Alabama's fascinating to me because Arizona's got way better bigs than Alabama. Alabama's guards are very good. That's going to be a fascinating matchup for me.
Yeah, for sure. Alabama's a good team. They're well coached. It's at Birmingham. That's going to be. I think PenCom right now, and I know whatever, but they have a general understanding of the spread. Has Arizona as a 1-point favorite.
What I like about having that Florida win at this point. By the way, 200 lives, very much appreciated.
By the way, UCLA, Arizona 2-point favorite.
A UCLA, yeah. UCLA is a 2-point favorite against Arizona.
Arizona's a 2-point favorite on KenPom at UCLA. UConn is a 6-point favorite over Arizona. Arizona's favored by 9 over Auburn, 1 over Alabama, 6 over San Diego State.
Okay. All right. But I think what's exciting about all this, though, is if Arizona does beat UCLA, then we start talking about a little bit margin or more margin for error. Remember how last year in the out of conference, Arizona had no margin for error because you lost to every single team?
Yeah.
Right. So if you beat Florida and you beat UCLA in basically the first 2 weeks of the season, you start getting a little bit, I mean, you still need to collect every win you can, but you start getting a little bit, all right, we're building that resume, we're getting a little bit better. Yes. Now, Dennis Walsh, I think, puts it very well. Alabama has no idea how to play the Criebus screens. I agree with that. And, I mean, I don't
Alabama's bigs are not good.
They're not good. I also don't think they know what to do if they ever see a jet backing into them, going in reverse. I don't think that's going to be a thing. Now, I do think Auburn kind of stinks.
They should absolutely beat Auburn.
They should beat Auburn. That is not the one. That is not the team that they had before. But it's a good. Like I said, we want Bama. Now let's talk a little bit about Jaden Bradley because I think
before we do that, Mike, AP poll dropped Arizona number 5.
Number 5. Yeah, nice. What's Illinois?
Where did it drop? Where'd you see it dropped?
Like 30 seconds ago. It's on the app March Madness.
What's Illinois?
Mike actually doesn't care about Arizona.
I knew they'd be.
I got it right here. Yeah, so Arizona's ahead of Michigan.
Okay, what's Illinois?
I don't know. AP college not 10.
Good.
Calm down. Who cares?
Sorry. Well, sorry.
All right. What's today? The 10th.
Yeah.
All right, I got it in front of me. Arizona's 5th. Illinois is 14th.
What does Bruce have? Arizona?
We won't know yet, but trust me.
21.
We'll know.
Oh yeah, we will know, and we're gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun with that one. Bruce had 24. All right, let's get a couple reads in here. I want to talk about Jaden Bradley.
I gotta go and.
All right, yeah. I gotta get right here in a few minutes too. Yeah, all right. I'm hoping not to blow this microphone.
I tried a new beginning this time.
That was good. I like that. Welcome to the Rock. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Yeah, Green Valley Decorative Rock, baby. All right, back to Rock. Now, yeah, that was so good. Man, there's so much going into this. Okay, yeah. 2 convenient locations. Now, that was some Spanish static. Oh, I like it. All right, now, there are some people in here that probably think that Green Valley Decorative Rock is only in Green Valley. They are idiots. They are wrong. They also think Noah Fafita sucks. So, at the same time, 50-plus locally sourced landscaping material. East of Benson, Sierra Vista, west of Marana, south to Nogales, north to Oracle. Our guy Mike Natowski is the man. We love Mike Natowski on this show. All right, now, on that note, though, yeah, like I said, check it out. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Back the Rock, baby. Back the Rock. All right, Bridge Tech Communications. Now, how do I explain this to my colleagues? I don't know, man. That's good. Best of luck on that one. Say it's none of their business. How about that? All right, now Bridge Tech Communications. Yeah, promotes 100+ health entities across multiple states. BridgeTechCommunications.com. Don't be like Dennis Walsh and you're like stepping over like slimy salamanders and because your gym sucks. And you don't want any of that. Bridge Tech Communications. Yeah, they can 750% average ROI. And again, like I said, Tony is the man. You want to get more? Go with Tony. Again, Tony is the man. We like Tony a lot. All right, not just a football school. These things are going like hotcakes. Like I said, the birth rate 9 months from now will be directly attributed to these shirts. They said the birth rate is in decline. Not after these shirts are purchased, period, point blank. Check it out. Not just a football school. AZ12-podcast-shop, period, fourthwall.com. Okay, now, Jaden Bradley. Skier, you were late to the Jaden Bradley show, but you're here.
I'm here.
At what point is the national media going to understand that Jaden Bradley is one of the very best point guards in the country?
I'd assume Saturday.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd assume if he plays well against Donovan Dent, who's been adopted as the greatest college point guard of all time, that maybe people start paying attention to Jaden Bradley.
Yeah, I would assume that as well. I think that's kind of where it's at now. I want Mr. Nonchalant to have a statement game against Bama, but even if he had just had an average production for the rest of the season, he'll still be one of the best UVA guards. All right, I agree with that one. Okay, now we're going a little bit shorter today because, I am short, and Shear's got to go to a presser, and I have the championship package, baby. It's going to be
think about it, that pretty mouth, Mike.
It's going to be extracted, insertion, everything right there. It's going to be a big deal.
Tomorrow, only post game. Only post game.
Only post game because I'll probably be nursing my battle wounds. But we will be having a post game. Okay, now everybody go to Little Caesars though. Code 1099 bundle. This will get you a classic pepperoni or cheese pizza, crazy bread, and a 2-liter. Or code LCFREECC. Free crazy combo with any pizza purchase. Yeah. Okay, now a little short. This was a 6-minute podcast. It wasn't a 6-minute podcast. It's an hour and 6-minute podcast. Be nice to me. Yeah. Okay. On that note, though, we'll get back. All right. For Jason Shearer, I'm merely Mike Luke. You guys are the best. Wish me luck, my friends. Wish me luck. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.